good. Hey, Tuesday, we had the kids from Kiwi come around and have some skating with us on the ramp. Do you remember how that session ended with the kids? Like what their takeaways were?
I can't know because I was too busy trying to think because they're thinking of running a surf competition, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's quickly talk about that actually, because obviously this is going out public, and it'd be really cool actually if you could share this. We need to get Matt onto the couch to explain what the Kiwi School is, but very briefly, Clayton, for those who don't know what the Kiwi School is, what is it?
So Kiwi, it's the year 11 and 12 students. They belong to a school program that incorporates surfing into the program, and through surfing, which is a passion of the kids, we help them to be on time, how to train hard. We basically teach them life skills, which then carries over into their schooling, which they then take on to further their career path of their choice. Part of that, I think Matt gets them their jet ski license. They learn to become surf coaches.
What a cool school!
Surf life saving, first aid. It's a pretty awesome school, and Matt's doing an amazing job with them.
Yeah, he is. And so how do people find that school?
So it's Kiwi. So COOE. Just gonna have to look it up on the internet.
Yeah, because you have to actively sort of seek him, don't you?
Yeah.
It's not like you go to say a state school or whatever, and they go, "Hey, you should go and check out Kiwi School."
No, you'd have to get your son or daughter to do a trial with them, and to see whether they get along with the group and whether they're coachable and whether they fit into the program.
Yeah.
And then they'll be accepted into the program.
And so whereabouts were we going with that? So they're having a competition, and this was the conversation that they were having on the ramp, and it was about getting as many people as possible to take part in this competition. But then the question was, going to the kids, would you take part in the competition? And it was, well, probably not, because I don't think that I would win it. But then it was like, well, how can we create a competition that isn't based around the best surfer wins?
Yeah.
And so it was a really interesting concept. And so I suppose the reason why I'm bringing this up is because Matt was sort of like, well, how can I market this as a competition that would encourage so many people to come along? Because the competition is about having fun, having a bit of coaching as well, and really opening people's eyes up to surfing.
Yeah, so what we're saying with Kiwi is that we don't want the kid that wins the competition. We want the kid with maybe less talent or less skill, but has a real good attitude, who tries their best, who gives it 100%.
Yeah.
And maybe doesn't win, but just that good attitude, we want to reward that and rather give that kid the prize than a kid who's just got this natural talent who wins everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you are watching this and you do know some people here on the Gold Coast, and maybe you know some year 11, 12s that are on the Gold Coast, or even slightly earlier than that, mention this competition to them, because as we say, it isn't a competition that's necessarily about the best surfer. This is about taking all levels of surfers and really embracing the effort of people going out there and surfing. I'm not explaining it very well, but that's the reason why we're finding it while we were having the discussion the other day with Matt about how to market it, because everyone thinks that most competitions are based on the best wins, whereas we want this to be much inviting for everybody. So share that knowledge around, share this video around, and hopefully we can get a lot of people to turn up for this competition. But your thing was, what were they saying about the skating? And as I said, I didn't hear. So
okay, so a lot of people jumped onto the skate ramp, and they're almost like really using their hands dramatically to try generate speed. So what I got them to do is to keep the hands quiet and spread the fingers wider and keep the hands higher up. And then what that does is it keeps your back straighter. And then I said, okay, start using your knees to generate speed. And when they're doing that, their styles almost on the ramp, I'm not saying in the water, started to look more like an Ethan Ewing, who has his hands up, and he uses his legs a lot when he surfs.
Let's bring the clip in. Let's bring in the clip. We just shared this actually in the insiders group, and it's this little Instagram video that I came across today, and I was showing it to Claire, and this is absolutely. I'm still getting excited about watching it now. Here we go. Look at this. Just look at how stylish and how smooth
It's insane.
this surfing is. And so,
did you see on Ethan's that cutty that he did? He's just got his coffee cup. It's high, and he's just twisting it around. And if you're going to throw a punch, if your hand's high, you're going to punch with way more power. So on every top turn, he's got that hand up. And if you're driving a car, you'd also do that on the turn. So absolutely love it.
So if we were to take this, what we're seing now,
Yep.
and what you were talking about with the kids on the skate ramp, having their hands up, spreading their fingers out. I think I just wanted to show the video. What's the link here?
Well, the kids don't know, but pretty much they were doing those turns on the ramp.
Yeah.
Okay. So if they do that enough times, they'll start developing that muscle memory, and that'll be all they know, and they'll take that into the water.
Let's take that off the
And
screen.
that's the exciting part about surf skate. Done right, you can take those types of turns into the water.
Yeah.
And I can see a direct correlation between what they're doing on the ramp to how they surf.
Yeah.